All right, so I spoke with ExxonMobil CEO and chairman yesterday, Rex Tillerson, and he basically talked about an economy being very sluggish. I want to get your take on what's going on with real estate. Listen to Rex Tillerson, who's got businesses all over the world.
So if you look at energy as kind of a proxy for how the economy is going, it's pretty sluggish. And there's not a lot that we can see on the horizon through next year that's going to change that.
We know that the industrial complex of this economy is basically in recession. How's real estate doing?
Listen, I think for us, it's a little bit different, right? We're talking about ultra luxury. We're in the very high end. We're diversified across the board with the Trump Hotel collection. I did 2 deals in Indonesia in the last 3 months. I mean, we see something different perhaps than the rest of the world, but I agree 100%. Now, the one thing that's interesting is what's going on everywhere else in the world and sort of the uncertainty there. And in the Asian markets and everything like that is still making areas like New York real estate a little bit of a safe haven as soon as people start seeing those things. But again, that's in my world, which is high end. I tend to not talk about the broader real estate market because I'm not involved in it, and that's perhaps some of the downfall I've seen. And when financial people talk about the general real estate market, there's so many little things. I mean, I talk about buildings within zip codes on different sides of the street. Each asset is unique. I talk about bricks and mortar, so it's a little bit different.
Are you still seeing the kind of money from, very affluent people across the world putting money into the U.S., like the Russians, for example? For a little while, we had all these Russian oligarchs buying apartments. China as well. China's economy has slowed down. What are you seeing in terms of that?
That has definitely slowed down. The ultra high net, the ultra, that have come in, and you see a lot of the buildings that are going up in New York, right? They were trying to get price points at $6,000 a square foot, and guess what? 3 years later, they're still 30% sold out. So there's definitely something there. It's definitely, I'm not long on the real estate market right now in terms of if I were to start building from scratch today. It'll be interesting to see what happens, but I agree with them 100%.
And when you say you're not long, I mean, is it because prices are getting out of whack at this point?
Well, I think prices are getting out of whack. I think people saw a couple buildings do very well at the beginning of the cycle, and then all of a sudden there was this new norm of, high-end real estate's now $5,000 a foot. And, oh, great, that guy did it, so I'm going to do it, and everyone else joined suit. And I think there's just too much inventory, right? I mean, it's just a pure supply and demand issue.
It sure is. All right, we'll leave it there. Donald, really nice to have you on the program today.
Thanks, Maria.
Congratulations to you and your family. Donald Trump Jr. joining us in that Fox Business exclusive.